Hi Leo, this is Just with your January 18th, 2020 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Leos, congratulations. This is groundbreaking for some of you, or it could be literally breaking ground. Some of you may be just breaking ground and literally getting a house built from the ground up. I see new construction, definitely moving. Some of you are absolutely moving, and this could be a completely new place, a place you've never been before. It could be like this big city, or a real hype and hip type of a place that you've moved to. And it's almost like coming full circle, right? Some of you may be going back to a place completely familiar to you. Like, I left, I went out and I ventured off and I moved here, and now I'm going back to where I started, right? But whether it's familiar or not, and I do see a lot of opportunities that's going to come with this new start, this new venture, this new home, this new move, this new change. You have support. It could be you and two other people, or three people at best, that are there to support you, celebrate with you, cheer you on, and really be your support system. You could be doing this as a group too, like you and two or three other people. You're all doing this together. You can get into the real estate business. You may be opening, or you may have landed a building, a house. There is this concerted effort to start a new venture for some of you, whether it be just home life or it be taking this one opportunity and now turning it into a lucrative business. And some of you, it took some time. There was, you had to make the decision. Could have been you and another person made this decision. And it took a lot of money. So there was a lot of working. It was a lot of saving. It was a lot of planning. It was structuring that plan and kind of keeping it to yourself, really not telling people what your next steps are going to be. And then it's like, okay, now it's time to act. And at some point there was this not really being sure, right? And having to kind of beat the odds. And some of you did. You were able to beat the odds, and you were able to see an opportunity, a situation that became an opportunity, and you jumped on it, right? Even when at first it may have seemed impossible, like, I'm not going to be able to do this. How am I going to do it? And you saw this one little crack, like the door cracked just a bit, or you got this one little seed that you knew you can turn it into something, and there you are, off to the races. And for some of you, when it comes to your finances, because you've made such a drastic leap into this new realm, or evolved on another level that takes you into a new realm, whatever it is, there can definitely be some delays in seeing income or increase, or seeing your bank account to the level it was once before, because you have to pay out this, you have to spend on this, you have to go here. So there's a lot of little details that you have to do, but money will be coming in. You may not see it obviously this particular week. And I do feel like for some of you, it's almost like the beginning of a better situation for you. But just be conscious this week, because there will be money fluctuations. And I would say there could be something offered to you that you don't really want. You're not interested in, you don't want it. And so there's that. Now, I don't want to get. So when it comes to this particular week, you're going to feel like a lot going on. There's a lot going on. You're here, there, you're everywhere, because it's a lot of physical actions that you have to take into account. You're getting out there, you're taking care of things. You will feel like people want to help you. People want to offer you things. You may not be able to take all the offers, and it may not be because you don't want it, Four of Cups, right? But it could very well be like, I just can't. My hands are tied. I'm busy. I'm over here. I can't be 50 million places at one time. But you may feel like your luck is like you're on a winning streak, right? And there's a lot out there, and now you can pick and choose of what you want and what you want to take and where you're going to go with it and what you're going to do with it. And a lot of support. I just get a lot of support around you, but try not to do it all, Leo. You're going to try to do all of it. All of it. Just take on too much, take on unnecessarily. You may be trying to do that. Career looks great, but I do see, and I've been seeing this for a little while now, some transformation in career, and putting a lot of work in this new business, new venture. And you are going to stay on top of everything. I think that, there's a way to do it that you don't have to overexert yourself, because some of you will do that. And maybe you have Virgo in your chart. You just feel like no one can do it. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done right if I don't do it. But I have to tell you, for some of you, it is kind of like you're trying to trick the matrix. You're trying to avoid some deep feeling that still gnaws at you. For some of you, there's definitely a situation, and it's kind of reminiscent to Gemini's reading. So maybe some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. I'm not really sure, but there's this sense of like things are starting to fall into place. Yes, it's going to take work, but I'm not afraid of work, and I'm going to get it done. But there's a part of me that still holds on to a loss of a situation that perhaps you felt like was your happily ever after, was your everything. And a plan that you set in place did not come together, right? It didn't come, things didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. There could have been some lies and deceptions. Some of you just probably don't know where someone is. And although there's a lot of love or support, opportunities, a lot coming your way, that perhaps at some point you were like wanting that very thing. And now that it's here, it's almost like, I don't know the words. I know what I want to say, but I just can't think of the words. It's kind of like it's not at its full potential or its full excitement or appreciation or happiness, simply because there's something that is missing. Just like I was telling Gemini, it's something or someone that is missing from the equation. There's a looking back at the past. If that's not you, then it's someone doing that to you, but there is a looking at the past and saying, gosh, you probably just wish things were different, right? And for some of you, you can't take everyone with you, just like I was telling Gemini, and you may have to forego a particular person. And that's probably, you may feel like it's the best thing for me, because this person cost me money. The last time I dealt with them, it didn't go so great. So there is probably wishing it was different, but knowing, I think, deep down inside that this is for the best, right? And so I feel like you're just gonna kind of keep your head down and move forward and not really worry about everything before. And that is the reason why I brought this up, is because you're going to work so hard. And a part of it, you're working so hard, is to kind of try to forget those feelings. But I don't see a Three of Swords, so that's a good thing. No Three of Swords here, so that's a good thing. Now, love. Well, I spoke too damn soon. I just did not. I do see the Three of Swords. What do I talk about? Sorry, Leo. Okay, so for some of you in this love situation, let's look at you couples. I do feel like couple Leos, you are running around like a chicken without a head. You have a lot going on. And for some of you, love is definitely here. Your mate wants to spend time with you. They want you, but your mind is off on so many other things. And especially if you're feeling like your money is lacking, or you may feel like you need to stay on top of competition, and there's something out there that you need to accomplish. Love may not be the first thing that you're thinking about right now. You coupled Leos, like someone that's in a very committed, long-standing relationship. Some of you may be communicating differently. Like Leos are very passionate. Your energy is just not so much into this person. And if you're dealing with an earth sign, there's a big disconnect here, or someone who's more money focused. It could be you, it could be them. But I do see a huge disconnect, especially off the heels of a fight where someone wasn't really sure about what's going on with what they want. And it could have been a third party, outside person coming into this relationship and creating some kind of a problem. It is going to be difficult to get on the other side of this, but I do feel like someone's going to try everything that they can to get you to forgive them, to get you to see it their way. Some of you, may see this person as a liar, a manipulator, a finesser, a player, but someone who really is like a bit of a con artist, someone that really knows what to do to get what they want out of people. And you may feel like that's not going to work, and you're just going to get busy. You're going to work a lot. You're just going to try to avoid the situation because ultimately you don't want to deal with it. There's something about the writing on the wall that you're just not prepared to deal with. Not, at least not this week. You don't want to deal with it right now. Even if someone feels like they're accusing you and you just don't want to deal with it. Like I just can't. Not right now. So I do see a lot of hands-off approach that's going to happen here in love, couple Leos, and in lieu of really trying to focus on your home life or career. Home and career is more of a focus than a love situation that seems to be very sticky. Even though you may have apologized or the person has been profusely apologizing to you, someone is being very difficult and laying their guards down, right? And if you feel like you are the one that's constantly trying to get through to someone that's made it very difficult to reach, I think you're going to continue to do it just because that's your nature, to not have that give up attitude, but it's going to become a lot of a burden. What the hell am I saying? Excuse me. Let me say that more efficient. It'll be more of a burden. A lot more of a burden. So it'll be more of a burden for you over time if you keep trying to, if you're the person that's going to keep having to speak and reach out to this person. And at some point you may feel like it's a loss, right? But don't count it out just yet. Don't count it out just yet, because I do see communication coming in, and I feel like it's going to be communication that's coming in toward you. Some of you, if it's coming to you, you've tried, and can't go through to this person. You may do something to just spark their attention, to get their attention, like force them to communicate with you. You may do something like that. But if it isn't you, there definitely is going to be some communication coming your way, Leo. Now, singles. Well, some of you definitely are feeling the burn still of this heartache and pain, disappointment. Could be some third-party situation, and possibly trying to resolve a issue. Some of you may resolve it by way of finances, like offering something tangible to someone if there's a need to try to fix something, if you feel like you need to fix a situation. Others of you Leos that are single, you may really be looking at your past, but you have someone here that you Leos, singles, you have someone who truly they see it for you. They have those feelings. They're giving you that look like, you know what, this could be the person. But for some of you Leos, your mind is more focused on business, finances, career, something that's very close to your heart, and that could be a particular person from your past. I do still see you kind of holding on and wondering about that person, but definitely still taking opportunities, still taking a new offer, something that could be fun and interesting and exciting. And some of you may be getting a lot of love that you just can't deny. Like, this person is so sweet and they're kind and they're caring and they're so attentive to you and they're easy to talk to and to get along. This person 100% isn't going to stop. They're going to keep going. They're going to give you as much more than, well, I can't say more than you can handle, because Leos can handle a lot when it comes to love. They love love. And so I do feel that for some of you, it's kind of this difficult thing, because there's still this underpinning issue of a past love, I feel, is coming for you Leos. And for a while, you probably didn't even entertain it. But it's something about this person you have in your life now, Leos, that I do feel like is going to kind of weigh you down. I do. Albeit it won't be an easy task. I have to say that, because you guys are good at, like, hankering down, and you are a fixed sign. Sometimes I forget that Leos are a fixed sign because you're a fire sign, and you forget that there's a fixed fire sign. What? But you guys are the fixed fire sign. So when it comes to matters that are close to your heart, you do bear down and you do hold tightly to it. And I do feel for some of you are. But unlike some other people where it becomes very noticeable, you guys are so good at masking your feelings and making everybody feel like it's not, it's fine. I'm fine. But deep down inside, there are things that you are still attached to, holding on to, and it's becoming a bit of a burden. But you have someone that has come into your life, Leo singles, that they got what it takes. They got what it takes, and they will keep it coming. They're not going to give up on you. They're not. You may not be able to trick the system for too long because you're ignoring them may make them feel some kind of way after a while. Like you may do something and completely ignore them, and you may be able to justify and say like I'm working. Like, but this is a person that has a lot of intuitive energy, and they could tell. Well, no, this is not no damn work. This is something else. So you're either gonna have to like then they'll become quiet, and you're gonna have to rush out and try to make it right, or they're going to confront you, right? So either way, Leo's love, someone's getting ready to confront love in some kind of way on either side. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this love situation for those of you who are coupled and singles. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box. It explains everything that we focus on. So if you're interested in that, again, click that link and we'll finish this up. If you would like something personal for yourself, click the link to my website. You can set something up. If you would like to comment, I would love to hear from you guys. So if you'd like to, please do so in the comment section below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Leo.